Good afternoon, I'm Chloe Eden and these are today's top stories. Brighouse snowboarder Katie Onward, Winter Olympics dreams are fading after injuries. Prince William talks about his frustration with homeless in the UK, and Huddersfield Town gears up for the next match against AFC Bournemouth. But first, today is National Nobody Eats Alone Day, a day that has been implicated in schools to help fight loneliness and children not being included. However, it is important that nobody feels the impact of loneliness. According to Age UK, more than 1 million older people say that they go over a month without speaking to a friend, neighbour or family member. At Moor Green Community Church in Huddersfield, they hold coffee mornings every Saturday to give people a chance to get out and get socialising. We spoke to volunteer Jean Woodhead to find out more about our local community does to bring people together.
Well, in church we have a coffee morning and a Saturday morning when mainly it's people from our own congregation, but we do get other people in from the community, you know, just for a chat. It's a couple of hours just for a chat, a coffee, you know, and people enjoy interacting, don't they, and you're not sat at home on your own, and get to know more people. But on a Wednesday we have what we call our drop-in, Wednesday drop-in, which has been going for a very long time, for people who were a little bit isolated.
Prince William, a patron for Centrepoint, the UK's leading charity for young homeless people, attended an awards show in support of the charity last night. It was a glittery award ceremony where the Duke of Cambridge put the spotlight on people much less fortunate. Prince William said homelessness is rife among the youth.
In the most prosperous countries in the world, homelessness is still putting the lives and future of our young people at risk.
Housing charity Shelter has revealed figures that shows Kirklees came 8th in the worst level of homelessness in Yorkshire.
Well, I don't think, you know, handing the money is the solution. I think basically there should be an organised, proper policy for, you know, dealing with it.
It's a problem we should all, somebody should take, you know, they should take it on board that this is happening and give them some sort of shelter, whether it be the council or furthermore the government.
The problem is about they themselves, not the government, because the government provides enough facility for people to sleep and eat, but they have chosen to be drug addicts to sleep on the streets.
Katie Onward, the Yorkshire-born professional snowboarder, has been forced out of the Winter Olympics with injury. The competition, hosted in Pyeongchang, South Korea, has its opening ceremony this afternoon, but Team GB were without Katie after she suffered a double break in her heel yesterday. She has previously suffered a fractured wrist earlier in the week, but was determined to carry on competing. The 20-year-old posted a picture on social media, confirming that she needed surgery for her injury. She went on to say, "Words can't describe how gutted I am, but thank you for everyone for your support and kind words. Also, a massive good luck to the teammates competing this weekend. You guys better kill it." This weekend has marked 100 years since women got the right to vote. Millions of lives have changed dramatically since the suffragettes campaigned for women's rights to vote on the 6th of February 1918. It's marked as a monumental day as the Representation of People's Act was passed, meaning that women now have the same right to vote as a man. The suffragettes worked as sequentially opened more doors for women's rights, which we'll take a further look into next week. The family of a Huddersfield schoolgirl killed as she waited for a bus has thanked the community for their support. Caitlin Dawson died when she was hit by a car. Her family said that today that they were grateful for neighbours, friends and well-wishers. Our reporter Paige Pearce has more.
Almost a month ago at this very spot, 15-year-old schoolgirl Caitlin Dawson was killed after being hit by a car. This bus stop on Wakefield Road in Mould Green is still pouring with tributes for the young girl who attended Shirley College. As you can see behind me, there are hundreds of flowers and messages showing love and support for Caitlin's family. With notes reading, R.I.P. KD, we know heaven is a beautiful place because they've got you.
9 males have been charged in connection with violent disorder at the Kingsgate shopping centre over the weekend. Police were called to the shopping centre at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday after reports of a group of males with sharp weapons. No one was injured during the incident and the group dispersed after only a few minutes. West Yorkshire Police have recently revealed images of 3 people who would like to speak to in connection with the incident. A Miami businessman is set to open an American-themed nightclub in Huddersfield. Mark Blanchard, who now lives in Mirfield, is planning on opening a Yankee lounge at the premise that was formerly occupied as Eden nightclub. The venue will feature American pool, basketball and other stateside games. He hopes to open the club with a launch party on Saturday, the 31st of March, with the Huddersfield club expecting to hold 800 to 1,000 partygoers. Mark is hoping he will have a popular spot for students on a Wednesday night. And now to our reporter Joe Grant for the sports news.
Thanks, Chloe. Today marks the start of the Winter Olympics, with the grand opening ceremony taking place in Pyeongchang. Team GB go over to South Korea hoping to bring back a record 5 medals. Back here at home, and Huddersfield Town are gearing up for their big game against fellow Premier League strugglers Bournemouth. Although the two teams are separated by only 5 points, Town currently sit down in 19th, whilst the Cherries are 10 places above them in 9th. Huddersfield will be hoping to end a poor run of 8 games without a win when the two teams meet at the John Smith Stadium on Sunday. On to Rugby League. Huddersfield Giants have secured their first victory in the Betfred Super League with a comfortable win against Warrington Wolves at the John Smith Stadium. An early try from Linham placed Wolves ahead early into the match. However, the Giants bounced back quickly enough with tries from Ferguson, McIntosh and Turner that led Giants to a 20-6 victory. The Giants will be facing their next match against St Helens on the 23rd of February.
Now for the weekend weather. It looks like it's not going to be the best for sporting fixtures. It may have been feeling warm in the sun today, but temperatures are dropped and it's going to get worse. Here is our correspondent Claire Woodhead with the bad news.
Today is clear but very cold, with highs of 4 degrees dropping to as low as -1. Looking to tomorrow, there is forecasted heavy rains and showers, progressing to a yellow warning for snow and ice on Sunday. Next week doesn't look to get any warmer, with Arctic conditions predicted, so wrap up warm.
Thanks Claire, we do apologise for the technical issues just there. That's all we've got time